Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of NC-17. I'm Josh. Lisa's out and about doing her thing, which is always a good thing. Today we welcome back Scream Queen, and you earned that moniker. Amanda Howell, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. So last year we
Yeah.
met at Motor City Nightmares,
Yes, we did.
and it was an exciting time. And you guys, such an awesome group of people. That's the God's honest truth. Yeah. And in that year, some surprising things happened. Some good things, great things, awesome things, nothing bad. Uh I'll let you fill in the blanks of how your year has gone from then till now.
My year from then to now has like completely changed. We have gotten so much positive feedback just from the event alone, from you being promoting us as much as you have been, from our personal lives changing and shifting into basically a new era of what Wendigo Pictures is. Um, I myself got married.
Congratulations.
I have a baby on the way. I've got about 2 weeks left until another little girl is coming. Um, I know Nick, the I guess producer, director, the head of Wendigo Pictures, he got engaged to Julia, which
Yeah.
is just absolutely incredible. Um, was actually given an award for the best actress of 2023. I've got that right here,
Yes,
which is
NCC.
absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this. I have it sitting up on my mantle so that every time I'm in my living room, I can look at it and just see what I have created, what we have created together. And also shout out to Dennis for making them. They are absolutely amazing. I love the logo on it. I love the writing on it. It is absolutely perfect. So that I always have sitting on my mantle so that I can display it for the world so that, my friends that come over, they're like, oh, what's that? I can kind of get into it more. Um, the production of our new movie has gone swimmingly. There's still some last minute details that Nick is finishing up, but we're hoping to have that come out soon. Yeah, just a lot of big things. A lot of big things.
Oh yeah. So unfortunately you weren't able to attend Motor City Nightmares this year,
Right.
which is very understandable. Uh, and I didn't want you to be left out of the group because we did a full group interview there, and it was only right. And like I'm sure everyone agrees, it's only right that you get the spotlight too.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate you guys having said such kind words about me during that interview as well. I could not ask for a better group of people to be working with and to be involved with. Everybody is just, they're so supportive of everything that we do. And even though I wasn't there, I still felt like I was. My presence was still there. I was still appreciated. I was still mentioned. I wasn't forgotten about. And that's what makes me feel good because I wanted to go, but being being pregnant, it's hard because you have to sit there and but
Nah.
you guys did a great job as to making me feel like I was still included.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm sure Nick would say this, and I'm sure everyone else would say this, but without you guys like Wendigo Pictures, I'm sure it would work. But being such a cohesive unit like you guys are, it just works that much better.
Oh, absolutely. I agree 100%.
Yeah. Uh, so the NC-17 Actress of the Year award was for Flesh.
Yes, it was.
We've talked at great lengths about Flesh, which is still, it's in my Hall of Fame now.
Yes.
And I know I'm just one person, and I'm probably a geek like that, but still, I respect the art you guys do, and it's fabulous. So, uh, let's get into a little bit about bad things happen here without spoiling too much.
Okay, absolutely.
So take us like around your character, who you play, and what's going on, and how things kind of unfold. Again, without spoiling too much.
Okay. So my character's name is Mercy, and she has gone through a lot of different life experiences. She has quite a bit of trauma that starts at a very young age, and then slowly progresses and kind of gets worse as she gets older. So it's like from one traumatic event to another traumatic event to another traumatic event. It just leads to essentially her downfall, her downward spiral. She tries to, how do I want to say it? She tries to act as if she is, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But in reality, she's not because of everything that she's gone through. There's a block. She has to get over it, but does she get over it or does she succumb to what's happened to her?
Okay. Okay. So from your character in Flesh to your character in this movie, did you have to like switch it? How you came, like how you approached it? Did you have to change it up?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. In Flesh, I was more portraying, scared Emily who didn't know what was happening to her, who was changing physically as well as psychologically. Um, Whereas Mercy, there's more of a downward spiral to where she just kind of loses herself. So they're similar to where they both lose themselves in a way, but the way that they lose themselves is different because Emily's change was more physical, whereas Mercy's change is more psychological.
Okay. Okay. And a couple of people you know very well make their acting debuts in this movie.
Yes. Yes. My younger sister made her acting debut, which getting to work with my sister was weird, but it was also very nice because in Bad Things Happen Here, she plays my best friend, which growing up, my sister and I were very close. We were very much best friends. But to be able to have the emotions and to be able to get angry with her or to be happy with her or to be sad with her, it's just you're putting yourself in a different realm essentially because yes, we're best friends, but I really got to get angry at her. I got to scream at her, and maybe there were some things that, some emotions from childhood that I brought in personally, you
Yeah.
know feelings towards my sister that I was able to get out and able to kind of divulge in. Um, and then my daughter, my oldest daughter, Stella, she made her debut as well. She plays the younger version of my character, the youngest version of my character, I should say. Um, and it was just so nice being able to have her not only on set as set baby, but to actually, bring her into the thing that mommy is passionate about. She gets to kind of enjoy my experience as me, but Mercy.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's gotta make you feel proud though that, like as a mom, that like you just said, she gets to come in and do what you love. And
Mhm.
who knows, maybe she picks it up too and she wants to continue your legacy. Because let's face it, you're gonna have a legacy.
Thank you.
uh I don't I'm not the type of person to blow smoke. Everyone who knows me knows I'm 100% honest. So I'm going to say that with how things look just in the trailer, it's gonna be batshit crazy.
Oh, absolutely. It is going to be completely different than what we did with Flash. It's like a whole other version of Wendigo Pictures that you're seeing. It's a whole new thing. It's got nothing to do with flesh. It's got, nothing to do with the monsters. This is more psychological and about trauma. Excuse me. It's about trauma, and it's about, how your life experiences shape who you become in the future. If you're going through this, and then you go through that, and then you go through this, and then you go through that, how can you be a sane, stable person?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I actually had a few people send in some questions for me to ask you.
Awesome.
One of them was, what was the key point in your life where you knew you wanted to be on screen, and like what really brought you into it?
I never wanted to be on screen. I wanted to help out my friend, and I really wanted to, because Nick means so much to me, because we have been friends for so, so, so long. Having him ask me to do this for him, having him, want me to be a part of his production company was a blessing. And ever since then, I've grown to know who I am more, and who we are as friends, as best friends, as, whatever you want to call us. He's essentially my other half, you know. I don't necessarily like having my face out there, but the fact that it's out there, the fact that I can be proud of what I'm putting out there is what matters. Um, Now, moving into being in a second production by Wendigo, it's life changing. I didn't really want Flesh to blow up as much as it did, but the fact that it did made putting myself into bad things so much easier, because we had such a positive response. I feel more confident in myself, in my acting skills, and in, our team, that we can produce something that people will be happy to watch, they'll be proud to watch, and that we can just continue to grow and to learn from each other.
Oh yeah.
As far as me wanting to be on screen, that's a little, maybe not, but I
Yeah.
am glad that I was able to give the performance that they wanted.
Oh yeah. Let's touch up on Flesh just for a second. So that was body horror,
Yes.
and Bad Things is going to be psychological horror. Is there some type of horror genre you haven't tapped into yet that you might want to kind of dabble your feet into?
Ooh, I think, yes, I would like to actually have more of, like, uh maybe like true crime
Okay.
horror, like something that is, based off of something real that happened, because everything that we've done has been something that Nick created. I want to do something that, is real.
Oh,
Like, like the Salem witch trials, or that's the first thing that comes to my mind, is that,
oh,
or something that people, they know the story, but we can make it even better.
oh yeah. 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 I mean, that it's interesting you say that, because I know even at the event that we hosted last year when you guys came, the number one question for Nick was, "Are you going to do a zombie movie? What about zombies? What about zombies?" And see, the fact that you have a different take on what most horror fans want
Mhm.
makes it more refreshing, because it's like, yeah, I mean, they pump out zombie movies, zombie movie after zombie movie, but do you get real true horror? You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
I
Yeah.
agree. So, uh, second question that came from a fan, and then there's one more I'll ask a little bit later. But where would you rate yourself? And this is coming from a fan. where would you rate yourself as not just a horror actress, but as an actress?
I would say that I'm still very immature in a way. I still have a lot of learning. I still have a lot of growing. There's still so many things that I can improve, but I do like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say I'm a 4. From
I'd go a
Flesh,
little bit higher, but
during Flesh, I feel like my performance maybe was at a 2. With Bad Things, I maybe moved up to a 4. So there's still always going to be room for improvement. There's always going to be room for me to learn new things, take it more seriously, to divulge into it more. But that's all something that I can do in the future and hopefully in the near future as well.
oh yeah. Uh, so the thing about like bad things happen here that I gather, and from what we've talked about and what I've talked about with Nick and stuff like that is this is like 10 steps up above what you guys have done. Because
Yes.
because even at Nightmares, when I was talking to all of them in the interview, they all agreed that there was one scene in particular to where you went above and beyond and they didn't know you were. Don't ruin anything, but like, was that intentionally or was that just in the moment?
That was just in the moment. He gave me a direction, and I actually feel bad because my daughter was in the room when I gave this performance, and it scared her to where she went, "Mommy," and I could not break character though because it was like the best shot that we had gotten, but I took it a completely different way than what kind of was originally intended,
Uh,
so to say. So I kind of feel bad for my daughter having to be there and getting scared because she felt the fear that I was feeling in that moment. She felt like the performance was actually real. She wanted to come up to me and hug me because of the scene that was that was going about. But yeah, it was completely unintentional. It was in the moment. I was like, well, what if I do it this way? I did, and I guess everybody loved it. It was the best take, it was the best shot, it was probably the best scene in the whole movie.
no, I do look forward to seeing it, and when I do, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to know which scene you're talking about.
Hopefully. That's the hope, hopefully.
But there's definitely a feeling of when you guys are doing your thing, when Nick's directing and you're acting, and you guys are all just playing off of each other. There's a feeling that it's like you are all just one mind, and it's like you work as one.
Absolutely. There is no doubt about that. Um, between Nick and Roz and even some of the other actors that we had that stepped in. Um, I know Chad was one of them that he was like always trying to be behind the scenes, but he was also an actor for a very short amount of time. We all kind of have the same wants for the final product that we can easily work together. And, if Nick says, can we try it this way? It's like I was thinking I wanted to try it a different way. Or if Roz said, hey, well, what if we do this differently? It's like Nick was thinking that, but just didn't want to say it. So we all yeah, we do have a very nice kind of way that we all kind of mesh together and work together. It's incredible. I love them. I love being able to say, "Hey, what if we change this one thing?" And Nick's like, "Absolutely, let's try it. Let's do it. Let's, boom boom boom, let's get it done."
Oh yeah. Uh, so you have a dancing background.
Yes.
And I know that we talked about this in Flesh, but let's talk about it for this movie too. For Bad Things Happen Here, did that background have an effect on how you portrayed certain scenes?
Yes, there's actually when Nick was writing the script, he actually wrote in that my character was a dancer. And there's actually a couple different scenes to where I am dancing and to where like it flashes from me being, the 26 or 28, however old she is. Like I forget. But from, me being this age to me being this age, there's flashbacks of the dancing and that scene in the trailer. So that's not a spoiler,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, absolutely. It helped, and definitely having the agility, the flexibility, and kind of like the performer. I can really perform and let it all out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a good thing. You said you rate yourself a 4. I'm gonna tell you you're at least a 6 or a 7.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
mean,
so much.
if you can get your daughter to feel that emotion she felt by just acting, you're above average.
Thank you.
Yeah. Uh, Lauren, my wife, did want me to tell you that she really, when she finally sat down and watched all of Flesh by herself, she said, "You knocked it out the ballpark."
Well,
So,
thank you. That makes me feel good. Absolutely. That makes me feel good.
and you know she don't watch horror, so
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. And I know you had said before that she tried to watch it, but there was a scene where she was like, nope, I'm done. I'm done. So the fact that she went back and pushed through is just, it's heartwarming that, she wanted to be able to support us in that way. I genuinely appreciate that.
let's talk about Drew's making his on-screen debut,
Ooh.
and
Oh my
I
gosh.
know
I
you
haven't seen
guys have some stuff. You want to go into that a little bit?
Yeah, Drew is absolutely amazing. He came in to audition and we're like, we need this guy as part of our team. We absolutely need this guy as part of our team. And he took his role so seriously. Like he put everything that he had into it. He has done a little bit with like the local theaters, but he's never really done anything big. And just to see him go balls to the wall with his character, and it's so nice to be able to see him. He basically came out of his shell. He was very shy at the audition. He was very, I mean, not shy in his audition, but shy as a person.
Yeah.
But when we brought him into our group to see him kind of grow and just he's a star. Like he other than me, he is a star in this movie. He blows his character out of the park. Like he completely took what we wanted and did it exactly how we wanted it, if not better. He absolutely did it better than what we wanted. The from his demeanor to the way that he talks to the noises he makes, it's like you're transponded into a different world. Yeah, I was listening to some of the audios that he was doing and it's like, that's a person. That's a person, like that's Drew. Like he completely blew it out of the park, and I am so fortunate to have gotten to work with him. I can't wait to see what Nick does in the future to bring him even further, to open him up even further to see what else he can bring, because he is just incredible. He's absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah. Uh, so the last fan question we have is a question that gets asked a lot. What is your least favorite and your favorite horror movies?
Okay. My least like genre,
Yeah.
Okay, so my least favorite genre is zombie movies. I absolutely hate zombie movies. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. That's okay. It's absolutely okay. I'm totally fine with that, but I think they're just so overdone. They are so overdone. Um, I think the psychological thriller is my favorite because it's a mind fuck.
Yeah,
You go into it expecting one thing and then something else happens and it changes the course of the movie. With a zombie movie, you can only do so much, you can only go so far. There's either a cure or there's not a cure. Either everybody dies or everybody lives. There's only so many ways that can go. Whereas a psychological thriller, it's meant to fuck with your mind. It's meant to be it's meant to make you think. I like movies that make me think. I feel like a zombie movie, I'm just sitting there and being like, okay, yep, same old story. Before she gets bit. All right. Yep, they try to save her. She doesn't get saved. Boom, shotgun to the head. Okay. But with the psychological thriller, it's like, well, what's gonna happen next?
right. Yeah,
Keeps you it keeps you on your toes. So I think those are my favorite, whereas maybe like the monsters and the zombies and you know, that is more on the back burner.
yeah. It's interesting you say that because, well, first I love zombie movies, my favorite genre, but there's no hate. I respect your opinions. But no, I mean you have a point though. In most zombie movies, it's like you can only run so far, and these zombies they're never gonna tire out.
Right.
But the thing is like you've ran the spectrum in just the two movies you've been in because you've done the monster movie and now you're doing a psychological movie. So
Mhm.
it's like I'm like literally sitting here thinking like, well, damn, she's done this and that, and there's not a lot of people out there like you get these zombie movies, they want to cast type the same people.
Yes.
Monster movies, they want to cast type the same people.
Yep.
Psychological thrillers, you could get a Sandra Bullock or whoever.
Mhm.
Uh I do want to say though, in the time that we've known each other, it's like over the year, it just seems like you've blossomed into a well matured actress,
Thank you.
just from what I've seen. But I am going to be definitely watching the new movie multiple times, but that's besides the point. What would be your advice to people who want to get into acting?
Don't hold back. Don't be scared to give the wrong performance, to give the wrong impression. Um, Go at it with everything that you've got because in the end, you are the one that's creating the character. The character doesn't create itself.
True.
You have to put everything into your character. The character, a blonde 20 something year old woman can be filled by many, 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 many. But to make the performance what it is, you have to be confident in yourself, but also confident in your performance. So just don't hold back. Just go at it. Balls to the wall.
Oh yeah. Uh, Here's a question I have for myself. Have you ever thought about possibly joining Nick behind the camera and
Oh,
direct?
absolutely. Absolutely. I would love to do some more behind the scenes work, getting to maybe get Nick in front of the camera. You
That's
know,
what we need.
that would be nice. He's very shy though. I will say he's very shy. He likes to kind of be in his own little bubble, but that's great. That's what I love about him. He
Yeah.
is in his own little bubble, and when he's creating, it's like I want to be involved in his creative process, but I know that if it's not done the way he wants it, he's gonna redo it.
Yeah.
So, so
Oh yeah. Uh, so going into the Halloween season and going into, like the final 2 weeks of your, soon to be bundle of joy, after the holiday season and after you bring life into this world, what's your next steps?
My next steps are getting back into reality. I feel like I've been pulled away from reality, but I want to step back into it. I want to get Wendigo Pictures together again, see if we can start maybe writing a new script or writing a new production. I actually have a few ideas that I've been dabbling with. I have a little journal that I'm like, oh, this is a good idea. This is a good idea. So
Uh,
maybe presenting those to Nick and seeing if maybe next year we can work on something together and I be behind the scenes, like you said. I
uh,
want to be behind the scenes next year.
yeah. Uh, we got about 7 minutes left. Here's a question that I haven't really asked anybody. I don't even think I even asked Nick yet. But at some point, do you want to be able to say, "Hey, let's put out something at least once a year"?
Yes, I do. I do want to get to that point. It's just it's very hard with budget and time
Yeah.
because Nick works full time now. He's got a full time job. So having to handle that and also personal life, we would need a production company, an actual production company, instead of just like the 3 to 5 of us that we currently have.
Yeah.
Uh, Maybe if we work on like short stories or 15-30 minute videos, we could do one every year. But as far as like a full production, from writing, from casting to shooting to editing, 12 months is just not enough time. Absolutely not enough time.
Okay. Well, see, also you want to stay fresh in people's minds, but you don't want to oversaturate the entertainment world neither. Like Marvel, I am tired of Marvel. Like I'll be happy if I went a whole decade without seeing one Marvel thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be too on top of it, but you also don't want to be too lax to where people forget who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I feel like with Flash, it was 2021, bad things we filmed in 2022. So now being 2024, maybe by the end of this year, we'll have it completed. Maybe next spring we'll have it completed. I really don't know where Nick's at on that process, but I'm hoping that it's soon. And then in 2025, we'll start a new project. And then maybe that won't come out until 2028. But we're still here. We're still in the community. We're still, trying, at least Nick posts stuff on his TikTok about him making monster masks and, he's doing a bunch of stuff for Halloween. So we're still here, we're still trying to be active in the community, maybe not as active as we want to be, but we're still trying to do as much as we can.
Oh yeah. Well, all right, so I was talking to Lauren, and the thing is I was saying you guys kind of remind me of a little bit of like the Scooby-Doo gang and the little engine that could, because you got like I said, you got Marvel, you got Miramax, Sony, all this other stuff, but it's the smaller companies to me that make me enjoy the movies more, because you guys want to put heart and soul into it, and
Right.
and we feel that because it's like you guys care when all these other big companies, hey, let's sign Brad Pitt. We only got to give him $60 million, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's no. So for the art you guys do, I respect you guys, and then just for the people you are, I respect you guys. So
Thank you.
yeah, uh, we got about 4 minutes left. So, is there anything that you would like to say about Wendigo Pictures, Nick, or any of the other crew members, or anything?
I just want to tell everybody thank you. Yeah, from whether it's Nick, Julia, Drew, Roz, you, Lauren, Lisa, everybody that supported us, my mom, my dad, my husband, my daughter. I want to say thank you because it is because of you guys, it's because of everybody else that we're able to do this. If we didn't have the love, the support, we wouldn't we wouldn't feel we wouldn't feel like a family, and we are a family, and it's because of the support that we're getting. It's because of the positive feedback that we're getting. It might not have been the best thing ever, but people are treating it like it's the best thing ever, and that's what matters. It's constantly being built up by the community and by everybody around us. I just want to say thank you because we couldn't do it without any of you guys. Literally, we could not have done this without the love and support that we've received.
All right. So let's that was awesome, by the way. Let's plug Wendigo Pictures. If you want to do that, you go ahead.
Yes, Wendigo Pictures. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram. It is WENDIGOH. There's an H at the end. Everybody forgets the H. Wendigo Pictures. It's me, it's Nick, it's Roz, it's Drew, it's Julia, it's even Brandy at this point. She's been there since day one. So I'm Amanda Howell, I guess now. I'm not Amanda Denny anymore, even though I will always be Amanda Denny. Uh, Nick Bergman, Julia Nelke, Roz Olin, Drew Robinson, Josh, and Lauren, and Lisa, NC-17. Everybody, just we're here.
All right. We got about a minute and 40 seconds left. So I'll say I let everyone else close the show, and I'm not going to change it now. So we're going to let you go ahead and close the show, and I'll just do my peace out after you say what you say.
Just want to say thank you, and please look forward to Bad Things Happen Here. Thank you once again to Dennis Blake for this lovely award. Thank you to everybody that voted for me for this lovely award. Maybe 2024, if Bad Things comes out, maybe I'll be Best Actress again. So
Hey.
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to be in the running for it. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. All right. I want to thank you, Amanda Howell. I know sometimes I'm like a Denny, but I want to thank you, Amanda Howell, and for coming on and blessing us with your time. And when your new bundle of joy comes out, we will like we would love to be able to share that with you too. You send pictures, we'll post them.
Absolutely. I will. You guys are family now, so.
Oh yeah. All right. Until then, stay NC-17.